Hey guys, it's Kamikaze Soldier, and today I thought I'd bring this, educational video to show you guys. This video is going to discuss the spawn system, or actually the initial spawn system for Black Ops. So I'm going to be showing you guys images of all the maps that we play in multiplayer so far, and I'll have the spawns highlighted so you guys can see what are the best routes that you guys can take from, from the get-go. So, without further ado, let's start with the first map. Now the first map is Array. Array is the one with the big satellite in the middle, or the building. And you can see both of the spawns where they are. The green portion is the spawn next to the trucks. I don't know if you guys can think about it. And if you look to your right, if you look to the right, there's the big satellite tower that you can climb there, and a lot of snipers sit and relax there. The other side, the red spawn, is behind the big satellite that is like halfway into the ground. So now that you guys can actually see the spawn, hopefully it'll help you guys decide a little bit better of your opening routes. The next map I want to talk about is Cracked. Cracked is the one that it takes place in this Middle Eastern like small district area. It has the broken building that is in the middle with where the B flag usually is in domination. You can see the red and the green spawns. Those are fairly self-explanatory. So I'm just gonna move on to the next map. If you do want to see any of these maps in closer detail, just pause the video on the map that you want to look at. This map is Crisis. Crisis is the one that takes place in I want to say like a jungle type of scenario, or yeah, jungle type of environment. It has like an underground portion, and the outdoor portion has these like broken buildings. So obviously the spawns are shown. I'll just move on to the next map. Here's Firing Range. Firing Range is a map where you have the targets that are moving around, and you have like the portable buildings. I would use Hardened on this map because most of the walls are really thin, so you can just shoot through them like that, like really easy. It's kind of the equivalent to Scrapyard in Modern Warfare 2. So if you have something with FMJ, or I'm sorry, with Hardened, you'll most likely be able to get a lot of bullet penetration kills. The spawns are listed below, so if you're starting at the green spawn, if you head right, you're gonna get directly into a gunfight most likely, and if you're starting in the red, then you take that left passage, you're gonna go directly to the green side, which will of course lead you into a battle most likely. So you want to find a path that will give you some covertness and some stealth like ability, so you can actually sneak up on your enemies. This map is Grid. Grid is the one that takes place in the snow level. It's a fairly square or rectangular shaped map. It's mostly outdoors. However, there's plenty of indoor combat that can be fought. The B flag is directly in the center, and if you look closely on these maps, I forgot to say in the previous maps, but if you look closely on all of these maps, you can actually see where the flags are. They aren't named, but you'll see like a little flag icon, so be sure to look closely at that if you choose to pause the video at every image. Now this map is Hanoi. Hanoi is the one that takes place at night. I don't know if it's the only night map, but it's the only one that I can think of right now. I had a capture the flag game that was recently on this for my 100 subscriber extravaganza celebration kind of thing. So that's Hanoi. Hanoi is awesome for capture the flag, domination. I really like this map and I really enjoy it. There's plenty of outdoor space as well as indoor space. So it's you can use your sniper rifle, which is actually, you can't really use a sniper rifle for any map because sniper rifles are so nerfed. But you can use assault rifles and submachine guns to your advantage, depending on whether you choose to fight indoors or outdoors. This is Havana. Havana is the one where the B flag's directly in the middle between two cars, with the B flag in the middle in between two cars, and it's one of the hardest flags to capture. If you're in domination and you're I think the main thing that you have to do is get everyone except one person to go for the B flag. Just dive in it and guard left, right, and forward, and try to get cover behind the cars. It's one of the hardest flags to take in the game. But yeah, Havana is the one where it's plenty of outdoor, plenty of indoor, and I think it's a fairly very balanced map. There's a lot of lines of sight, and there's plenty of higher ground. So if you control the higher ground, you're most likely going to be able to control the B flag, which is probably the most important of the three flags. Welcome to the jungle, baby. The jungle is obviously in the jungle. It's the only map that is in the jungle. It's also known to have, it's a fairly large map, but look at the spawns. Okay, do you notice how they're not on the opposite sides of each other? Yeah, I think Treyarch needs to fix that. However, I still have fun on this map, but they need to fix the spawn system on this map, and that's all I have to say about it. Launch is the one that is a fairly balanced map. I mean, look at it, it's very symmetrical, and symmetrical maps generally mean that they are balanced, depending on, no matter which side that you are. The only thing I don't like about this map is the fact that that there's a huge freaking rocket that launches off and shakes everyone's screens. That's just, I don't know. I don't think it provides for good, for a good environment for shooting gameplay. So yeah, that's it about this map. This is Nuketown. Nuketown is the smallest of all of the Black Ops maps. It seems like every every Call of Duty game they try to make a small map ever since Modern Warfare. So in Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare they had Shipment, which I believe is the greatest small map of all time. In World at War, I'm not sure. And Modern Warfare 2 they had Rust, which was a piece of crap, and now they have Nuketown. Nuketown is sort of balanced, however the spawn system still needs some tweaking, but I mean spawns are really hard to design to have a perfect spawn system. So I'm not going to give Treyarch too hard of a time, because I know that, you know, designing a perfect spawn system it's incredibly difficult. One thing I like about this map is the fact that it's very symmetrical. In the previous map I said, you know, symmetry provides balance, and you know, I like symmetry, so it truly does provide balance to gameplay, and makes both sides equal and not one more overpowered than the other. So here we have Radiation. Radiation is the rectangular map with the what's it called, the square door in the middle that you can open and shut. I think that's a cool feature, interactive maps that you can, you know, that you can affect the environment. Not just like exploding cars and stuff like that. So what else to include in Radiation is that there's an underground portion, and that's actually where I believe that's where the B flag is kept. So the fact that there is, you know, 2 levels where you have to watch, you know, an upper level and a lower level, is a pretty cool thing. So on to the next map. This is Summit. It's one of the other snow maps. It seems like Treyarch does like snow maps because they put a lot of them in. Summit is the one with the helicopter. There's a helicopter pad, I should say, and then there's like a center control room area that contains the B flag. I've heard a lot of complaints about this map, but personally, I kind of enjoy this map. I really do. So I'm not gonna rag on it, even though, you know, others have different opinions. So I just like to, you know, to notice that, like, on all of the maps it seems that the spawns are on opposite sides except for jungle, and I think that should be noticed. This is Villa. Villa is the one with the huge mansion and then the fountain. You can see the fountain in the upper middle portion, that circular area. That is the fountain. The B flag is low beneath that. It's about in the 1, 2, 3, in the 4th square from the top. So 3 right, 4 down. The B flag is there. Control the B flag, you control the game, as far as domination goes. So you can see the spawns. You can see how both spawns are outdoors unless they're flipped, or, you know, someone's rushing the spawn. Then, you know, the variation of the spawn system may change. But, you know, here you can see how there is so many different possible opening routes that you can take. From the red spawn, you can go left and, you know, go through the outdoor alley, or go right through the mansion, see what happens, or go through the center and go directly for B. So it's up to you, but I would choose wisely. And the last multiplayer map for Black Ops is WMD. WMD is another snow map. It seems like this is like the 3rd or 4th snow map that they put in the game for multiplayer. So WMD is the one where there are buildings everywhere, and there's more indoor combat than outdoor combat, it seems, at least for personal experience. Although your spawn is outdoor, it seems like I have most of my battles on during like covered roofs and stuff. So if you want to apply kill streaks here, I would use kill streaks that don't rely on the fact that there's open ground. So instead of running gunship and chopper gunner, I would use your what's it called, the super UAV, so the Blackbird and maybe dogs. I prefer dogs over gunship because dogs can go inside of buildings and stuff like that. So yeah, here you can see the many opening routes that are possible. You can go left, right, center, and I know that's applicable for many of the maps here, but I like WMD because there is many options. There's many levels as well, as far as elevation goes. So choose your opening route wisely, because that will choose your life and death in this game. So that's it for all the maps. I just hope that this helped you guys out greatly, and helped you guys create a better image of where the other team is spawning, so you can choose your opening route more wisely and with a more educated decision. So first of all, I want to give credit because I didn't draw these maps out. These maps I pulled it from adultgamingenthusiast.com. So without them, I would not have found these maps. So the highlighting is, I did the highlighting, but that's nothing special. So again, thank you to them, and I hope you guys use these maps to your advantage and create better choices in your gaming. So with that being said, peace, love, and harmony. See you guys later.